102.1, Oro Valley, Tucson. An Arizona Lotus Corp radio station. You want it? You got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Yo, welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com on this beautiful Thursday, September 18th. Good morning, Kendall.
Good morning.
Good morning, Tucson. Thank you guys for tuning into the show today. We have another great one lined up for you. As per usual, we're going to have Transit Tea joining us in the 8 o'clock hour. It's one of my favorite spots. I get Transit Tea about 5 times a week.
Well, you live right by it, yeah.
I go out of my way for it. And when I want to treat myself, I'll get like a sparkling tea. They're fantastic. So, yeah, it's a drink spot that's right there on Speedway. They're coming in for a round of tap out where you win up to $100 gift certificates to their place. We also have listener bait galore, meaning tickets for the Arizona Diamondbacks versus the Dodgers and Sabaton tickets. So that's going to be happening. And I might even actually double up on those D-back tickets. So, yeah, lots of stuff to get to. And this morning. And on top of that, you know what today is?
Thursday?
It's National Cheeseburger Day.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, National Cheeseburger Day. So if you keep an eye out around town, I'm sure there's plenty of places that are celebrating National Cheeseburger Day, whether it's, national chains like fast food chains or just local spots like Lindy's on 4th, or Cowpig or, there's so many great burgers that are around here in the old Pueblo and stuff. What's your favorite burger growing up?
Oh, growing up? You know, Sonic, probably.
Yeah, see,
Sonic's a little underrated.
What's your favorite burger once you got an adult palate and you understand what garbage is and what not garbage is?
Oh, I still don't know the difference between that, but I would say Culver's. I love, like, for fast food, like drive-through burger, Culver's.
Okay. Yeah, well, me, I think as far as fast food, like drive-through status, obviously In-N-Out's in the conversation, but I've always liked Wendy's. You know what I liked about Wendy's? You didn't like Wendy's?
You're giving me, questioning me about a palate between the difference between junk and not good. So you still like Wendy's?
I still like Wendy's for sure. But I don't know how much I will like Wendy's here in the foreseeable future because they're changing something that made Wendy's Wendy's. And they're trying to, not only save money, but then end up like being like everyone else. They're changing their style of lettuce. So say if you were going to get like a bacon or a bacon cheeseburger.
Okay.
Classic. And I'm not talking about Baconator. I'm talking about one of those cheapy ones, right? Where you get a thin little patty that's in a square, some crispy bacon, a tomato, mayonnaise, and then they would basically have leafy lettuce.
Yeah, well, a single sheet of leafy lettuce. Yeah.
Yes. And so in your mind, you're like, this is healthy. This is like a salad with a little bit of beef flavoring, right? But now they're switching from that to shredded lettuce.
Okay.
All over the country. And this, of course, is going to be changing the game and changing what Wendy's built their entire empire on. Square patties and, leafy lettuce. And the fact that they, the next thing you do, they're probably going to do like round patties next, which would be blasphemous.
That would be. It definitely would be. I think you should go to Jack in the Box if you want a single sheet of lettuce. Because they're still doing that. They don't do shredded lettuce. At least for the burger.
I work graveyards, Jack in the Box. I had my fair share when I was there. So, but yeah, so that's the change that you're going to see right now. So if you go out there, then just know if you drive through Wendy's, you might get something different, and that would be crazy. What's speaking of crazy? What's the strangest burger topping that you had, but it just somehow works? Because, there's all different types of like creative burger places, like Thunder Bacon Burger Company always hits with the creativity. And so they'll come in with, a decadent, like sweet dessert style cheeseburger where you're like, there's no way I'd be high enough to come up with this concoction, but it's the best thing I ever had in my mouth.
I mean, peanut butter, actually. But I feel like that's kind of like a common
it is now.
Wild ingredient that they put on a burger.
Yeah, no. In fact, it's number one on the list when I asked this question. Someone said don't knock it till you try it. But yeah, peanut butter and jelly burgers are actually like they hit. They hit hard.
Which makes sense to me. I mean, I love a grilled peanut butter jelly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you ever throw down on those. That's underrated. People don't realize you can make a grilled cheese, but you can also make a grilled PBJ.
You tell me about all the delicious food that you like to eat, and I always often think to myself, how are you not 300 pounds?
Dude, I ate so much sugar yesterday.
You still hungover?
Yeah, I am. And I'm going to have to step outside momentarily.
Okay, good.
It was off the chain.
Don't let it go in
yesterday.
here. Yeah, you're the grossest hot chick that I know, and I appreciate that. We got a great show lined up for you today. Happy Cheeseburger Day. Go out and get yourself a cheeseburger. We'll hit you with some local deals a little bit later on, but your morning moron's going to be coming up after music for nothing more. We'll kick things off with Filter with Hey Man, Nice Shot. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Beef Vegan presents, but you know the name of the show, Tucson. Let's go. I like to enjoy a couple seconds of silence on the radio in the morning. We're on the podcast. We're going to get on the air here in a little bit. We're just telling the story of when I saw, we got Jace and Manish from Transit T still with us here. Going to pop on the airways, but I was telling the story of when I saw Jace at the shelter bar. He had a boys' night out, and I was with my best friend Corey, who's pretty blonde. You met Corey,
mm-hmm.
And so we just saw guys from across the bar were checking out Corey because that happens more frequently. And then it turned out to be Jace and the guys, and I'm like, oh no, they're checking out me, and that's how we we had a good laugh on that, and we were able to hang out, and we had a fun time. Yeah, Shelters is just a cool bar.
Oh, it's super chill
cool bar. Yeah,
that's why I thought it was funny because you're new, and it's been a month of Sunday since I've been to the shelter, and I used to go pretty regularly. Younger years, and I haven't been in a while. I should maybe revisit that because I love that bar.
Walking in that bar, I'm sure for you will bring back a flood of memories because they haven't changed a single thing. The entire time.
Still got the smoking section. And,
it's still the shelter. It's too close to my place too. So yeah, I do love going there. But that was a riot. We were laughing at that, and that was a really good time.
That was a good time.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna get on the air here in about a minute because Transit T, obviously, you've heard me talk about it here on the podcast before, but they got their location on Speedway, but they're also out and about. They got a new trailer pop-up set up, and there's a lot of events happening around town that they're going to be a part of that are just cool events that we're going to know about as well. So we're plugging that here in about 43 seconds. And then Nicholas came in kind of like a buzzkill, answering all 5 questions on our tap out. So I have nothing for our scavengers.
To be a winner, man.
And I'm like, Nicholas, don't.
Way to go.
I'm like, don't call back for a month. I'm so mad. I'm so mad when they win everything. I'm like, all right. So next time, make it super hard.
Got to make more difficult questions.
Serious. That's my fault for including a Kanye question.
Yeah.
That's all right, though. That's a good. He'll be addicted by the time.
He really wanted some tea.
Yeah. He's gonna get all the tea, and just like me, then he'll be there 4 or 5 times a week. I'll probably see you there later today if you're there. Yeah. All right, let's get on the air here. All right, Rock 102.1 KFMA and Beef Vegan presents as we're hanging out here with Manish and Jace from Transit T. And before we let them go, Transit T is out on the streets. You'll see their pop-up trailer and numerous events that are happening around town. And this is the season where all these cool events are starting to pop up because the fall is here. Right.
Yeah. Actually, next week, I forgot. Next week, I am going to be celebrity bartender at Highwire for Ben's Bells.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
So that's actually coming up. So I'm actually trying to raise money for a great cause. So come attend the event.
Yes.
For Ben's Bells. You can go to Ben's Bells and get a ticket.
That's
I know
awesome.
about that. My friend Sierra was telling me about it too. And you talk about raising money and stuff. And I'm still offended that I've never been asked. But to be fair, Manish, you are a local celebrity.
No.
You're doing good work. You started the farmers market here, right? And my tea is a local business that now serves the nation. And now Transit T, again, if I was like a stock investor and you went public, I would invest in Transit T because it's such a brilliant business model and just top quality. So I really enjoy the company. And I do like that you guys are going out to these events as well. Now, if people want to donate for you to do your celebrity bartending for Ben's Bells, or
you can go to Ben's Bells and do it on there.
And then select you and then donate under your name.
Yep. It's like putting tips in.
Yeah.
Nice.
In
the jar.
Are you putting a cocktail together like on a whim, or you have in the back of your head a recipe?
It's already put together.
Okay.
And it's a berry rum cocktail. It's really delicious with a sugar rim on it. Yeah,
nice.
But
is there going to be actual alcohol in it? Because you have filters, which is the non-alcoholic cocktail.
So it's a great thing because it's going to be both.
Okay.
So we're gonna have our filters bar drop in some drinks for those people who don't want to drink alcohol, but then the actual cocktail is fully leaded.
Nice. Excellent. Well, yeah, you'll probably see me there. I'll ask for the alcohol version.
There you go. All right.
Jace, what events is the Transit T going to be at here in the next month or two?
We got a couple coming up on the 26th. We've got the Mercado Night Market down at the Annex down there.
Nice.
The 27th, we actually have a couple of them. Mr. Car Wash on Country Club is open up. We're going to be handing out tea down there for their grand opening.
Nice.
And then there's also a community food bank walk at the Kino Sports Complex.
Park, yeah.
And so we're going to be down there with our trailer selling tea. And then in October, we have the Asian Night Market. It's going to be at, I believe, Raito.
Mm-hmm. That's massive.
It's massive, Rito Park.
And then, again, we just like supporting the community. So evening of play down at the Children's Museum.
Mm-hmm.
Great event. We're going to be down there donating tea to their members, to people that are coming out for that event to donate. And then in November, we have All Souls. That is a party all weekend, and we're going to be down there selling tea. Hopefully... last year we got rained out, so hopefully a little better weather this year. But
it's so weird. Our monsoon got pushed back like a month, right? I mean, we're being hit this week, and it's just like, oh yeah, we're on a different cycle this year.
Absolutely.
When we were coming back from Phoenix, Jace was commenting how like this because it's his first one, right? He's like, it's kind of quiet, right? And I was like, yeah, we would call it a non-soon, not a monsoon, right?
Yeah.
And we're just coming around. I get to my house. He goes his way. I park my car. And then 3 seconds later, got hit so hard. It was kind of terrible.
Yeah,
absolutely. And we had the bus out. We had one of our team members. The bus was out doing an event. Got totally rained out. And then the bus stalled because it accidentally got some water up into the engine.
Oh wow! I know. That's how much it was raining. It was like raining from the ground up.
Yeah, we were trying to support the city of Tucson. They were doing a community event last night, and it got rained out. The whole parking lot flooded, and our poor employee got just absolutely soaked, and then obviously broke down in the middle of Grand.
He had that's good advertising, though.
It is good at.
Wow.
He had a tough go of it yesterday when we rescued him. He was like, just cold and wet. No, he was a good sport about it, but man.
I love it though, because in the mix of all these events, there's kind of like pro bono events where you're contributing and just kind of donating, and there's events where people will buy a drink. The All Souls procession was great. Like you need that extra energy and you want refreshments while you're walking. There you go. Absolutely. Right there. So all those cool places. Do you mark where you're going to be with the trailer, like on your website or social media?
We haven't. We're actually, as we were talking about earlier, a couple weeks ago was the first time we had that trailer out, just kind of testing it out. And we're in the process of, we have our events permits. We can go to all these events through the health department, but we're in the process of getting it actually permitted for just going out and about and sale.
Nice.
And so once we get that, we'll definitely be posting more often about where we're going to be at and where these events are going to be popping up. We're going to be doing more of that on our social media as well.
Awesome. Yeah. Social media is great too. So, I mean, you follow them, transit.t. I believe on Instagram.
That's correct.
They're always putting together some great content as well. And then you'll know about their monthly flavors, specials, everything that they have going on. You guys are doing great work. I love what you're doing. Thank you so much for coming in and hanging out.
You too, man. You're doing great too.
Thanks, brother. Well, I always appreciate it. So we'll be talking to you here soon. So go check out Transit T today. We're going to hit the reset and keep the podcast broadcast going. YouTube.com/BeFegan. Clear. All right, yeah, there we go. That was a wrap. All right, for everyone else, we're going to say goodbye to Jace and Manish. And then earlier this morning, we did TikTok Tells Me with Kendall. In case you missed it, went like this. To this question. Okay. I was just talking to my buddy Tim, who has a situation. Have you ever been jealous about how much sex someone else is having?
No.
Not
Luckily, no.
Okay, so
well, maybe when I've been in like a single dry spell,
right now you're the friend that is having the sex. So you think you have a friend that
she
may be
on
jealous
the other foot.
about
maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
because an old friend of mine lives in a very thin-walled apartment, right?
Oh.
Yeah. And the guy next door apparently has very loud sex with different women at least twice a week.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's different women.
Mm-hmm.
And he said he could hear all of it and he gets extremely jealous.
Yeah.
Right. And so I told him, I was like, just picture that all the women are like super unattractive, like grandmothers. And he's like, no, you don't understand. My neighbor is pretty hot, dude. So he's pulling like 8s to 10s.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's torture for a man. I mean, I would just get over it. I'd be more annoyed I couldn't sleep.
Well, I also told him this. I was like, here's the good news. Because you know me, I'm always optimistic. I'm always looking for the silver lining.
Yeah.
I said, look, the way that the legislation's going in this country, they're doing more and more restrictions on online porn. There's only 5 more days that you can go to like Pornhub and look at Pornhub without putting in all your information and jumping through hoops just to access it. So this is like free Pornhub for you, bro. Just use your imagination. You got the audio soundtrack.
Yeah.
Bam.
No subscription required.
Not at all. So he didn't like that answer. He's looking to move. So
well, tell him to not move next to me.
All right, System of a Down on Rock 102.1 KFMA. It's Kendall and I hanging out here on this Thursday morning. And with that, Kendall goes through the social media because she is a millennial, right?
That's right. You got it right this time.
I mean, I look at you like you're a baby, right? But she knows the social media and the TikTok trends. But here to break them down, whether or not a trend is a real good trend or one of those BS trends you definitely don't want to follow. Kendall's going to report on that in the round of TikTok Tells Me. So go ahead. What's the first TikTok trend that you came across here, Kendall?
So this trend on TikTok, it's funny. I think it's something that became popular before TikTok was around.
Okay.
So they're taking credit, like they're the ones that just found this news out and they're sharing it. But basically, there's a claim going around that wearing socks during sex increases the chance
of orgasm.
Yes.
You know what, though? I have read this before because they say it's about being comfortable. And your body temperature comfortable. So if your feet are cold, then for a woman, you need all the assist in the world, depending on the man that you're with, which is 98% of those men. Not only 2% of the men out there are gigolos who can hit every button every single time. But yeah, they say to stay comfortable and your body temperature comfortable, wear socks during sex, but also
to keep you warm and relaxed. But it's like, I think other things are going on to keep you warm and relaxed. Like, I don't think it's the socks.
If your piggies are cold, then, maybe they can't go to the O market.
That's true.
Look, I'm the type of guy, as a romantic too, I take my socks off. I don't want to be the guy with socks on, getting it on, right?
Yeah, I can't. I couldn't do this. Like, apparently it's surprisingly true.
Yeah.
But I'm not doing it.
Right.
I'm not putting the socks on. I'm ripping them off.
Yeah, no. And especially if you have nice feet, you got to show them toes, which will actually help your boyfriend sooner. Maybe too soon. Put those socks back on. All right. What's another TikTok Tells Me trend here?
This one is really interesting. I want to know if you would do this. This is a beard care trend.
Okay. Yeah.
So creators are spreading mayonnaise throughout their facial hair. And it's saying that it softens the beard, it makes it shiny, and it locks in the moisture. One dude had 4 million views on his TikTok for this.
Gross, dude. I take care of my beard. I like to groom. I have beard balm, so because I can afford it. Right. But it's not expensive either.
But if you were out of your beard balm, are you gonna, in a time of desperation, grab your mayonnaise jar?
No, it's so gross. Because first off, I want my face to be kissed. And if it smells like old mayonnaise, you're not going to get your face kissed. And secondly, I love the taste of mayonnaise, but I don't love the smell of mayonnaise. You don't open up a jar of mayonnaise and take a big whiff.
That's true.
Gross.
That is interesting. Why does it taste so good, but the smell isn't so good?
That I couldn't even tell you.
That's a mystery. I'm going to have to look into that later.
Yes, please. But it is like raw eggs and things like that. So I can understand that. Yes, that would work. But it's gross. You want to smell like that, then that's on you, dude.
Yeah, technically the oils could soften the hair, but but it's like all the bacteria, the smell, everything else that comes for it. Like you said, beard oils exist for a reason. Just go get your beard oil.
Yeah, you rotten hippie. So as far as that TikTok trend, putting mayonnaise on your beard, is that a do or don't?
I mean, at your do what you feel is right for you.
Okay, but does it work? Does it work?
It technically works, but it could also, again, grow bacteria if you don't wash it out, clog your pores. So I don't think it's worth it.
Look, so this is why
maybe try it, but
now we have a problem, an epidemic of sorts of young men not having sex, and that's an issue, right? It's created this incel rage across the board, and maybe, just maybe, you stop putting rotten food on your face.
Yeah,
a woman will sleep with you more.
Yes.
You know, I mean, I'm no Casanova, but I know if you don't smell like you're dying, that's kind of erogenous.
Yeah.
All right, so
don't do it.
Yeah, all right. Well, there you go. There's a round of TikTok tells me with Kendall. We got headlines and more coming up after music from Green Day and Bad Omens. Keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1. All right, we had a lot of clips here today. We're back live on the podcast broadcast, and I saw your comment, Brian, and you're absolutely right. My beard, compared to yours, super manly beard, is stubble. I can't grow a beard like you. I tried, and I look too goat-like, man. I met Brian and his family at the IFL Arena Championship game. And yes, beard envy for sure.
Yeah.
A massive manly beard.
Just based on his photo that I can see, it looks really great.
You can't see the bottom of that beard. And it goes to his toes. And he's over 6 feet tall.
And that's a big compliment, Brian, because I don't like beards. All right, I'm just gonna say it.
You don't like hair at all. That's why your boyfriend only has eyebrows.
That's not true. I love chest hair. I like hair.
Okay.
But beards are overrated. Typically, except for, like I said, there's some exceptions.
Kendall
I know
with a hot take while she's about to swallow that banana. I know.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And while you try to make this a dirty thing that I'm eating this banana,
I'm not making a dirty thing.
I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there. I also realized I didn't put on deodorant today, so I smell terrible.
Do you really?
So enjoy. Get a whiff. Yeah, it's not good.
I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah, we already talked about spilling mayonnaise, things like that. All right, well, lots of clips. All right, we're going to get ready. When we come back, there's so many things to get to. We're going to break down this mysterious case of this stupid ass like pop singer, David, with a 4 in his name. And the body found in his Tesla trunk. It gets even weirder than that. This dude's still on tour. But yeah, there is, a lot of coincidences that's happening here. It's like, okay, this is a story that we got to keep an eye on because it's going to be pretty salacious once the details come out that he may have not only murdered a young girl, but also, kind of like showed signs that he had these thoughts and, alluded that he was going to do this in his music. It's a curious case in the mystery of David, and we'll be talking about that after we get back from this clip that we recorded earlier this morning with Justin Spears. In case you missed it, went a little something like this. Check it out. Bad Omens, Death Peace of Mind. I'm Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. I got ESPN Radio, Justin Spears in studio with us. Good morning, Justin.
Good morning, guys.
All right, let's talk about this. Now, I just was reading a report the other day saying the Cardinals were the worst 2-0 team in the league, right? Saying that, the fact that they won 2 games in a row and they're 2-0 to start off the season is a sham and a fluke. They played 2 garbage teams. So, there's probably a good chance that they're going to lose almost the rest of the games going into the rest of the season. I mean, the person who was writing up this report had some vile hate towards the Cardinals and it seemed like for no reason, right? But then you think about it and, based off the back end of that, then we get this controversy of our very own quarterback, our star quarterback, Kyler Murray, who I've talked highly of on this show numerous times. I think he's a very talented player, and I think he has that DNA in him where he wants to win, he wants to be a champion, and he wants to prove his legacy. And this is the year. I thought, right? I don't know if I still believe that. Because it seemed like he was trolling people online the other day. What happened with this?
Yeah, so Kyler Murray, he's made some pretty good decisions this year, including, there was one play that broke down on like a 3rd and long, and then he scrambled and got a big gain. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, man, look at Kyler Murray go. And then some decisions he's made this year, not the brightest. And
off the field especially, right?
Yes. So the latest thing with him is he posted several photos on Instagram of him with his dog, which is a pit bull, by the way.
Beautiful dog.
Beautiful dog. I love the dog. And I saw the first picture and I was like, oh man, that's awesome. Kyler Murray with his puppy. Yeah, that's great, man.
And you see him from the front, and you see like his jersey's like number 7. It's kind of like a throwback jersey, and you're just like, a 7 is a very universal number. It could be anything.
Yeah,
it could be anybody's jersey, right? It's number 7. That's lucky. And you're sitting with your dog, and like, hey, your hair looks good, your fit looks good. Look at you posted thirst traps. He's out there. That's our quarterback. He's out there trying to bang all the hotties in Arizona. You go, Kyler, right?
And then you keep swiping. And then you see him wearing a Michael Vick Virginia Tech jersey, long sleeve jersey. And as we all know, Michael Vick is very infamous for being incarcerated for having a dogfighting ring at his house in Virginia.
Right.
And not a good look, Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Not a good look. Especially it's you with your dog, and then it's a pit bull of all dogs. And you know who's probably pissed off the most?
Who?
Michael Vick. Because Michael Vick served his time. And after he was done, got back into the NFL, did a lot to repair his image, worked with animal shelters, worked with dog shelters, is now coaching at Norfolk State. So he's done a lot to repair his image. And then Kyler Murray's over here making Michael Vick trend for the wrong reason.
Do you think that's what Kyler was going, though, for? Was to, like, highlight that Michael Vick's been redeemed, which, I mean, I'm sorry. I kind of don't care that he did all of that after he got out of prison. Like, I don't feel like he redeemed himself.
Yeah, but no, I think you're putting a lot of thought into it and giving him.
Yeah, because I'm
redeeming. I know, but again, it's just not a good position to try to assume what somebody's thinking in a situation like that. In one way, though, when you post it, you know what's going to happen after you post it. You're going to open up the floodgates to get like a world of hate online sent your way, which is just a distraction from what you should be doing, and that's like watching play tapes and getting ready for the next week's game, right?
But I don't think he realized he was going to get a bunch of hate. I think because he's done all this work, like you said, since he got out of prison, he was thinking this is going to be
Kendall. You're talking about Michael Vick, though. And it's not Michael Vick who posted it, right?
No, I know. I'm saying Kyler. I'm saying he's the one that thought like Michael Vick has gone through his redemption, so this is going to be cool to post.
Nah,
like he didn't realize that he was going to get this backlash.
Well, he did actually make a statement for this and apologize for posting the Michael Vick photo. You want to hear it?
Okay.
All right, so let's see. Why are you saying it like that?
Well, no one should be supporting Michael Vick no matter what. That's what I'm just saying. I'm just, ever since 2009, anything that's happened since then with him.
Okay, we're
cool.
good. Okay, it's still going. All right, listen to this.
In no way, shape, or form do I, condone, animal cruelty or dog fighting, whatever it is. For me personally, y'all saw me wear the Michael Vick jersey, a player that I admire very much growing up. And then, being home with my pup, who, my dog Trunks and Swoosh, they both get treated like kings. So it's not like, I'm in no way, shape, or form am I condoning that. But yes, I saw how it affected people and, decided to take it down. So I apologize to anybody and whoever I affected, with that.
All right. Well, do you believe him? Do you believe it was an honest mistake where he just effed up and he just putting the two things he loves together, his fandom of Michael Vick and his beautiful pit bull, or obviously someone took the picture. You think anyone in his camp could have been like, about that?
Yeah. I mean, everything goes through several sets of eyes before they get posted when you're a high level athlete like that.
Right.
So I think Kyler maybe underestimated the reaction that he would get from the post. And then once he got the reaction, he's like, oh, I made a colossal mistake.
Right.
And I'm with Kendall in a lot of ways. Like, while Michael Vick has done a lot of good since he's got out of prison, what he was in prison for is something that, in my opinion, is very unforgivable.
And a lot of people's for sure.
Yeah.
It's pretty rough there. So what do you think's worse? And we'll wrap it up with this: him posting a picture of this, or accidentally posting a D pic to his stories on Instagram, which would have created more controversy.
Oh man, I think probably this one.
This is worse than a D pic.
That's worse than a D pic, because you know what? Some people will probably look at it and be like, you know what, Kyler, nice.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are looking at that dog photo like, come on, bro.
Nah,
Yeah.
nice.
What are we doing?
Yeah. We just learned a lot about Justin Spears here. We're back here live on the podcast broadcast. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Gary is commenting along and listening to us while at day one of Louder Than Life, the music festival, which he said includes Marilyn Manson, Rob Zombie, Lamb of God, and Slayer. So, yeah, just there we go. Making us jealous, David. I love it. Welcome back to the show. All right, let's talk about this weird story that is developing of a pop star that goes by the name David with a 4 in it. It's DVD.
Let's just hate on him for that for a second. How is that David?
You know, I mean, honestly, when it comes to like slang and stuff, I'll allow it, right? You know, it's cool when you misspell things.
Oh, okay, because the 4 looks like an A.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it now.
Yeah, see,
All
look
right.
at you. You're supposed to be the young hip one.
I know.
Anyways, you know, David Anthony Burke is his real name. He was born in 2005, so he's about 20 years old right now. From Queens, New York, and he later moved to Houston, Texas. He started making music in part to avoid copyright strikes on Fortnite videos he was uploading. As one of these kind of new age artists that kind of just blew up from the internet. In fact, it was TikTok that really put him on the next level and got him signed to Interscope Records. You know, from there, you know, he was doing music that was often classified as like alternative, indie rock, R&B, and pop. All right. And has been on massive tours and is currently touring. And the reason why we even bring him up is because just recently, the police in Los Angeles discovered the remains of a young woman who was only 15 years old. Her name is Celeste Rivas, right? She had been missing since April 2024. Right. So over a year, she had been missing. And they found her body decomposed and also dismembered in the front truck of David's Tesla truck, right? Now, smoking gun is an understatement when it comes to this type of evidence. Now, authorities are investigating the death as a homicide, as they should. 15-year-old goes missing. And then, you know, no 15-year-old dies of natural causes in the front trunk of a Tesla. All right. But as of right now, there's no suspects that have been publicly named. And David is reportedly cooperating with law enforcement. Now, following the discovery, his Seattle concert was canceled. And some brands, including Crocs, Hollister, distanced themselves from him. Right. But he's still doing gigs.
And there's some weird, like, coincidence stuff that's going on with this, too.
Yes. And so, here's the coincidences. You know, he has a song.
Other than having a body in your trunk of your Tesla.
Yeah.
We need some more coincidences beyond that.
Yeah, here's some more coincidences. First and foremost, he has a song featuring her name, right? She was allegedly 12. Here's the lyrics. Oh, Celeste. The girl with my name tattooed on her chest. Smell her clothes like cigarettes. I hear her voice each time I take a breath. I'm obsessed. Oh, Celeste, right? Afraid you'll love me when undressed, but you look so damn gorgeous in that dress. Missing you so much makes me depressed, but I digress. Celeste, right? So Celeste obviously is her name. And, you know, both David and the victim have S-H-H-H-H tattooed on the side of their right index fingers.
Right. So secret, huh?
Yes, because at the time, you know, David is 20 years old now, right? But even when that song was released in 2023, he would be 18 and she would be like 13 or 12. Right. So to have this like kind of weird underage love affair, even though he's super young, but still technically an adult, is a whole nother scandal.
What was the name of that song?
Celeste.
Okay, because there's another song literally titled Romantic Homicide.
Yes.
And it was released before this happened. It was released before she even was missing and disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a little odd.
Yes. Yeah.
Like romanticizing homicide, and then suddenly there's a body found in your trunk.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah. So, I mean, it makes it to a point where it's almost too obvious in a way.
I mean, what could have happened if it's not him? Like, it's just allegedly.
Yeah, and the story gets even weirder and actually sadder when you really think about it. When Celeste went missing, she was 120 years old, 120 pounds. Sorry,
okay,
120 pounds, 15 years old. She was 70 pounds when she ended up passing away. So,
wow.
The way the internet is speculating and alleging is far more dark, tragic, and sad all the way through. And this is going to be one of these like behind the music, real Hollywood stories that I fear is just going to be draped in like tragedy and sickness, because this is disturbing as this continues. And again, it's not necessarily, we never played David on this radio station, nor would we. But and this is something I was not even going to pay any attention to. But as it continues to develop, you're like, oh my God, this is one of those murder mysteries that is just, so disturbing. It's fascinating. And like the hows, the whys, and all that is still coming out. In fact, actually, we got to go down the rabbit hole a little bit on this Twitter because her brother is accusing David of being a murderer of his sister. There's also some different audio and video that kind of ties this all together. And the fact that this guy's still out, not only like free and not a suspect as of currently as we're speaking, but performing shows in front of young girls who are all Celeste's age when she disappeared. These are all like TikTok fans. These are all teenagers, so it's crazy. So are you not listening to David anymore?
I never was. And it's all too much of a coincidence for me. So I definitely am eager to know more. Yeah,
the court of public opinion on this is like open and shut. It doesn't get more obvious than that. But can it get more crazy? Yes. Could it be some kind of weird framing or whatever?
Yeah.
Maybe, but at the same time, considering in song form, this guy was confessing his love for someone named Celeste. The coincidences just add up, and it's just way too coincidental, right?
Right.
So let's go down the rabbit hole, youtube.com/beefvegan. We got more, and including Survey Says right after music from Slipknot and STP. You can keep it right here on Rock 102.1 or join us, youtube.com/beefvegan. So let's go to this here.
So bizarre that you could was he ever taken into custody at any point? It's like, how do you have...
No, just asked. They were just asking. So there's the lyrics again. Young girl seen in Twitch clips with David wearing the same Gap jacket as Celeste. So the people are assuming this is the Celeste in question. Let's see. This looks like a TikTok David posted on February 7, 2024. Same day the photo was taken of Celeste wearing a Hello Kitty Crocs. Keep in mind, Celeste was 11 years old in 2021, which would make David 16 at the time. Disturbing. All right. And again, they both had the same tattoos. See 2 videos, 2 photos screenshotted from Celeste's, I'm guessing, burner account. Could have been the main from the end of 2023 to the start of 2024. Took those just to show my friends that she was private and only had 130 followers, and she accepted me, and she saw David in the comments. Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah, I don't know. I think, like you said, he could be framed. Maybe his song inspired somebody to set this all up and frame him.
That's a big reach. Oh, you made a song named Celeste? I'm going to find a girl named Celeste. As you just
Celeste and the, was it Romantic Homicide? Like, who knows? That could drop some inspiration and,
to be fair,
jealousy.
Romantic Homicide as a song, and especially from Queens and Houston, and, I grew up in the gangster rap era. Romantic Homicide is something that I could have ChatGPT write for me. So
for sure. But the fact that, again, with everything else that's going on, it's that plus everything else. It's not just that alone.
Here, let's listen. The whole chat's in the video. This is Celeste's brother speaks up, reveals that his David killed his sister. Let's see if there's audio on this one. You just see it in the comments.
Uh-oh.
No, it's popping up. Whatever. Okay. Okay, so dude, why does David follow you? All respect to your sister. I hate how shitty people are being. It was really him, Jesus, the love man. Yes, it was him because he found my account out of nowhere and followed me. So yeah, so he just believes it's 100% him. Anyone on to say, and this is alleged. Everything on this is alleged, right?
Do you think people who are fans of this guy should keep listening to his music right now, or do you put that on pause until you find out more? Like, what do you do if you are a legitimate fan of this dude?
Well, keep in mind the legitimate fans of this dude are teenagers, right? So yeah. So they're gonna keep listening, and just like when we were teenagers, listening to our artists, and they had scandals that followed them. I mean, even murder charges and stuff. Again, I grew up in the 90s, gangster rap. So they all were alleged killers if you believe them for what they were saying. But, like Tupac, I was still riding with Tupac after he shot a couple cops, so especially as a teenager. So, yeah, I don't think that a majority of his fans at this point, if they're stands, they're probably defending him. Right. And believing the best in him. And I don't think he's still touring, and yeah, there's cancellations, but that's on the promoter side and that's on the corporate side. You don't see his fans kind of like canceling him yet.
I mean, I do think it's a good sign he's cooperating, and he's not trying to go on the run. He's not in Mexico right now.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Christy said, but I don't understand why he would put the dismembered body on his own trunk or in his own trunk.
Yes.
I mean, obviously that's dumb. But, maybe this dude is dumb as shit. There's a good chance. And then just, not knowing what to do in that situation, like say, whether he was abusing her and starved her and then she died but dismembered is a whole other thing. Right. And then once you're in a position where you actually commit the unthinkable, right now you're in this situation where like, what do you do now? And you don't know what to do. And so you kind of panic and you just put it in the trunk and try to hopefully forget about it and hope that it just magically resolves itself. Right. Is my, again, just guessing. I've never been in that position for the record.
Celeste.
Yeah. Oh, it's super sad.
Yeah.
Here's the song in question. You can hear the audio for it.
Around you can't feel at all. Are you still under the car?
You see these lyrics too? I haven't gotten a rabbit hole. If this is true about the lyrics here, in Romantic Homicide, in the back of my mind, I killed you and I didn't even regret it. I can't believe I said it, but it's true. I hate you.
That's a manifestation right there.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. I mean, it's art. It's supposed to be,
right.
Not real. Life imitates art. Art imitates life. Who knows?
Okay. Yeah. It's heavy, man. It's heavy.
We're going to find out soon, hopefully.
Yeah. Sounds obsessed and creepy for sure, Jeff.
We need some justice.
As we hit the hard reset on that, earlier this morning, we play a little game here. We asked the conspiracist. So as we were already doing conspiracies, we had our own fun conspiracies this morning. In case you missed it, one little something like Justin Radio. You can check out Spears and Only on ESPN 1490 from We're going to hit the reset. When we come back, we'll give you an opportunity to win tickets for Sabaton. We have tickets to give away for the Diamondbacks, and we'll do another round of Ask a Conspiracist. So keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. All right, Somewhere I Belong by Linkin Park, Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. There's lots of news that's happening on the mainstream media all the time, but you don't always want to believe what you read. Sometimes you got to go in between the lines, and that's what I'm here to help you do with another round of Ask a Conspiracist. So, right. Kendall, what has caught your attention this week on the news?
So here's a story down from Sierra Vista, not far away.
Okay.
Police say a woman got busted for growing 7 extra marijuana plants.
Extra, sure.
Apparently, some spilled over property lines and she pulled them out of pots. But officers called it a violation and wrote it up. technically only a set number of medical marijuana plants are allowed.
Yeah, under the law, so to speak. But that's not what this was about at all. It's not about plant count. It's Operation Green Border. Okay, so these extra plants, they weren't illegal. They weren't illegal at all. In fact, we live in a state where it's very much legal and encouraged. Okay, but these plants were sentinels. Okay, hidden surveillance program that uses their root systems as antennas, broadcasting microdata straight to enforcement agencies. That's pretty much how they know who's crossing the border and who's not. It's not drones. It's marijuana plants that have, antennas in their roots. Everyone knows that. The bust wasn't even about weed, It was about proving that they could track your gardening habits. 7 plants. Give me a break. They were whistleblowers with leaves. So,
I love your take on this.
No, I mean, this is just what the internet agrees with. It's not just my take. So read between the lines there, Kendall. Like, what's another story that they're trying to blind you on here?
So this happened in Florida, our favorite state.
Yes.
Just after midnight at Disney World's Disney Springs, a man in a wetsuit slipped into Paddlefish, which is a steamboat-style waterfront restaurant that they have.
Yeah.
Spray painted a security camera, tied up 2 employees, and stole $10,000 to $20,000 in cash.
Which one is it?
Before swimming away. I don't know. Somewhere between there.
Right.
But Orange County Sheriff's Office is investigating. The suspect is described as a slim male, about 5'10", no injuries reported.
Yeah, they're actually calling this guy the Wet Bandit, which is a ripoff of Home Alone, as we know. It wasn't a robbery, though, so don't believe everything that you read there, Miss Kendall.
All right, what's really happening?
This was all part of the Aqua infiltration protocol, obviously. So you think he wanted the register? No. It was stress testing Disney's moat defenses. Did you know that Disney has moat defenses?
That makes sense. They got a lot of moats.
Yes, absolutely. And that's how they protect the happy kingdom or whatever they want you to call it. The wetsuit wasn't even a disguise. It was a credentials badge for waterways. So tie up the staff, tag the camera, dip into the lagoon, boom. Now they know exactly how long it takes security to spot a level 7 aquabatic bandit. So this was like a test run. It wasn't the real thing. So next up, snack stands and pontoon boats. So, guard your churros, basically. All right. What's a final story that I could enlighten you on?
So finally, this one went viral. In Austria, a stuntman lit himself on fire and dragged a car 328 feet in under a minute. So the Guinness World Record certified it, and the video is wild.
Yeah, well, if you listen to the president, you can't believe anything you see, especially if it's bad. It's probably AI. This wasn't a world record. It was an ignition, attention, a calibration. Basically, they're not entertaining you. They're measuring your attention thresholds. As you know, our attention span gets shorter by the second. So they literally have to set a guy on fire, pulling heavy objects for us to even watch 3 seconds. Watching someone do this resets your brain glare receptors. So then you scroll later and you're primed to notice shock ads more. It's all about advertising.
Right.
Put the pieces together, Kendall.
Yeah, man. This is making a lot of sense.
Yeah, of course it is. Now, that man wasn't chasing fame. He was a beta test for subliminal marketing firestorms. So, again, don't believe everything you read in the lamestream media. There's another round of Ask a Conspiracist right here on Beef Vegan Presents. Let's hit the reset. But I do have a pair of tickets. Broadcast as we're playing the tail end of Ask a Conspiracist, which, we're not done with the conspiracies. There's a conspiracy with South Park. As you have heard, it looks like Jimmy Kimmel has been canceled or suspended indefinitely based off the comments he made about Charlie Kirk and the assassin of Charlie Kirk. And, with that, there was a speculation that, is proving to be wrong, but, the FCC and everything and corporate interests intervened. And now that is 2 late night talk show hosts that will no longer be on the lineup here going into the foreseeable future. And of course, the president tweeted out his elatement or something. And then was basically like, who's going to be next? And I do kind of miss when presidents didn't care about who was on TV. But I was looking forward to the next episode of South Park. And late yesterday afternoon, when South Park was set to air, they posted this on their Instagram page and said, apparently when you do everything at the last minute, sometimes you get it done. This one's on us. We didn't get it done in time. Thanks Comedy Central and South Park fans for being so understanding. Tune in next week. Trey Parker and Matt Stone. Do you believe that, they did not get this week's episode done, or they had to completely scrap what they were going to do, rewrite, or pull back another week based off of the political tension that the entertainment industry is now facing, especially in such a polarizing subject as last week's events?
Yeah, I think it was about that. They have historically, this has happened before, where they have delayed episodes. So, but it has to do with what's going on. Definitely.
Not just coincidental.
No.
Yeah, we'll see what the episode is. I mean, we've seen, if you've seen a documentary of, South Park, you know that they really do the episodes like the week of. They keep it super fresh and current, which makes it fascinating and also just really relevant when they release episodes, as opposed to, like, say, an episode like The Simpsons takes like 6 months to produce, right? Or months, to say the least. So, with that, yeah, it can happen for sure. But, I think it could be a little bit of both.
Yeah,
absolutely. Where, they were in the process of putting together a show. And then, because, South Park just did an episode where Cartman was, portraying Charlie Kirk, which Charlie Kirk reacted to and, said that he loved, the homage.
Yeah.
But with that, that could have been a reoccurring character. And then, of course, with the events that happened last week, and they already have half the episode written where Cartman's supposed to be this character again. They're like, well, we can't do that.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure they wanted to. That's probably the problem.
But in that situation, then they totally can't. Yeah. So there you go. Well, since, and a whole lot of things, they have to consider, how polarizing it is, how upset people are about everything.
Right.
So that's the South Park conspiracy this week. It's a lot of conspiracies. So we're going to wrap things up with a beef tip right after these words. You can join us, youtube.com/beefvegan. All right, so yeah, we tread lightly on this.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm keeping my mouth shut.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of my glasses? If you're on the stream, do you like these glasses? Because Beef says I look 80 years old.
Yeah, 80 years old.
They're just glasses, and they're not. 80-year-olds don't wear colorful rainbow glasses.
I mean, these the glasses style that you are rocking right now are straight out of the 50s, the 1950s.
No.
Yes, legitimately.
I mean, they are large.
Yeah,
they're that large frame.
You look like Large Marge.
No.
Yeah, Large Marge. That's the name.
No.
Okay. I mean, you can say no, and it's fine. And I.
Aw, dang it. Well, okay.
Yeah,
so Kendall's young.
And you're right, David. You're right. But no, I mean, that's where the political or the entertainment landscape is right now. And honestly, we did have a colleague, not in this cluster, but in this company, get terminated based off of stuff that he posted on social media, shortly after the events. And that was, dumb to jump in on that if you're in this spectrum. And our goal, what our goal is when we do the show each and every day. Like we put the politics aside no matter what, and it's difficult sometimes because it could just dominate the news cycle, right? But our goal is to do something that we feel like social media has been not doing here, and that's to bring people together, not separate them, right? So we're trying to build this community of what do we all have in common, and that's the humanity of for our show, it's music, it's lifestyle, it's friends, it's family. That's what we focus on. That's what we want to continue to focus on through laughter and everything. And, I think the more that we could talk about the things that we have in common and avoid the things that we differ on as far as opinion wise, the better for us. But of course, it's still important for everyone to be, informed and have their own opinion on the political landscape. But we have many sources out there where you can get that information. That is not this source.
Nerd alert. That's for you, Todd. All right. Now, what was I going to say? Yes, I love podcasts where it has nothing to do with current events. And it's just about farts and, dumb things. That's because gross. It's like, God, you just have to unplug, So it's great if we can be that place where people are like, yep, we know it's just going to be nothing but,
It sucks too, though, because, like there is, when it's topical, it helps my reposting for clips and building reach and everything. Because the name of the game, like on Instagram and YouTube, like our shorts. So yesterday I talked about the Charlie Sheen documentary for the sole purpose of making a clip talking about the Charlie Sheen documentary. So then I put it on YouTube on shorts and got like 1,400 views on it, right? And so that increased our subscriber count and gets our word out there. It's basically a commercial. And then I posted the clip of me telling a story about Nick, the AO bitch story, which is a super funny little clip that got 0 views on YouTube because there is no, algorithm boost for that topic as of right now.
Right.
So I had to delete that one, bank it, and it's doing fine on Instagram, and it really is, it was a good moment, and I like to save those moments for our highlight reel and whatnot. But then like the Charlie Sheen clip was much ado about nothing. It's like not like it was overly funny. It was a little informative. And it was talking about a trending topic. And that's what we still have to do. And when I piece together the show, I try to do a combination of what's going on with our personal lives, but then also, okay, what can we talk about that's like a trending topic today that I could clip up, throw online. And that's why, you know what? Honestly,
that's why I'm going to throw drinks at your face later.
Yeah, well,
look forward to that.
Not today, but soon.
Soon.
But yeah, like everyone is like ROG streamers. I'm watching all of you. I'm seeing you. Like any topic that you see that you think is topical, be fun to talk about. Feel free to drop a message, throw it in the comments, do everything. Hey, is Patrick still on here, or did I offend Patrick or upset Patrick? Because I think he blocked me on Instagram.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's not good.
I know. Doesn't seem great. I hope Patrick is doing okay, and it wasn't something I said, Sometimes I could be a little cranky, though. We know this. And Kendall's still friends with me for the time being, so.
For the time being. That's right.
Oh.
No, that's all right. I can't imagine, you saying something.
Oh, it's imaginable. It's for something.
Don't try. It's not a test.
Yeah.
But you also know if I was upset with you, I would just say that.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
let's get on the air and wrap things up. All right, Rock 102.1. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. That is all the time that we have for the show today. But I will wrap things up with the beef tip. And then tomorrow we'll have Mari and Herb Stratford in studio for a fun Friday show. But here's the beef tip. And let me ask you, have you ever cried tears of joy?
Yes.
Yeah?
Maybe. Yes.
Do you have joy? Do you have emotions?
I absolutely have joy. Yes, but I probably cry more not out of joy.
It's sad. A surprising number of Americans claim that they have never done that. Over 10,000 adults were polled, and 1 in 8 said they'd never cried tears of joy.
Right. That's why I was like, it is hard. I feel like I have, but.
See, you gotta be more in touch with your emotions. That's my beef tip here for you, Kendall.
Okay.
Stop being such a robot on the inside. Like it's okay to cry, to express a wide variety of emotions. It's not just sadness, not just pain, happiness. I mean, I cry during orgasm just because I'm so elated. And that's all the time we have for the show.
When you wish
try to say fried, say rock.
Will come
Who needs to wrap it up now?
That was a hard stop.
If you've been mean or kind of bad, I will knock out all your teeth.
Yep, you're not wrong about that there, David. All right, we're out of here. Thanks for watching.